Okay, it's good. Maths other track started because 2 periods now. Sometimes same topic, same teacher may be boring at times. So at least and the homework also. If one give one track, too much homework people will not do. 2 different tracks, equal homework also they will do it. Okay, so partial fractions is a small topic. I think it'll be finished in 4 days. And the reason generators have started with this is later on in indefinite integration we'll be using them. There is a particular exercise in IP where we have to do all integration questions using partial fractions. And in IP from partial fractions, definitely one 4 marks question will come. All right, anyway, so we'll continue with the circles. But I think today for one of the section we have parents meeting, right? Today only?
Yes, sir. Room number 9, sir.
Room number 9. Okay. And this Sunday for everybody, 1 hour exam will be there on circles, online exam. Okay.
Sunday, sir?
This Sunday 1 hour.
Objective, sir, or subject?
Objective, no numerical. 30 questions, single answer, object. Full syllabus, including system of circles.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So in this more than one answer questions, yesterday we done up to 11th one. So let us continue from 13th one. 13th one, quite a similar question we done in the class, but I thought we'll do all the odd numbers. Doesn't matter whether easy or difficult or we have done similar questions. They want a circle touching x-axis at the origin. Oh, not x and y axis, only x-axis at the origin. And the line 4x minus 3y plus 24 equal to 0. Touching x-axis at origin. Okay, for this line 4x minus 3y plus 24 equal to 0, x-intercept is minus 6 and y-intercept is 8. So it will be like this. So touching x-axis at origin, there are a lot of circles like this, but a particular circle can be like this and another particular circle will be like this. So you can easily visualize that there are 2 circles, one above x-axis and one below x-axis. Both are touching x-axis at origin and touching this line. Okay, if take radius is r and r, this will be 0, r. And here if you take radius r, that will be 0, minus r. So instead of that, what I want to do is, let the center of the circle be 0, r and the radius be mod r. Okay. If r is positive, I will be covering the above x-axis, r is negative, covering below x-axis. How to find r value? From the center, perpendicular is equal to radius. So from center, perpendicular distance is equal to radius. So when you substitute 0, r, you will get 0 minus 3r plus 24 by root over 4 square plus 3 square equal to radius is mod r. That is 24 minus 3r equal to mod 5r. 24 minus 3r equal to plus r minus 5r. If I take plus, I will get 8r equal to 24. If I take minus, I will get 2r equal to minus 24. So r equal to 3 and r equal to minus 12. So if at r equal to 3, center is 0, 3 and radius 3. If r equal to minus 12, center is 0, minus 12, radius 12. So this is x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 3 square. X minus 0 whole square plus y plus 12 whole square equal to 12 square. This is x square plus y square minus 6x equal to 0. This is x square plus y square plus 24x equal to 0. Okay. If you visualize it like a figure, it is better. And moreover, if radius is r, center will be 0, comma r. For a line to be tangent to a circle from the center perpendicular to radius. Okay, please try to understand and copy this. If any doubt, you can ask. I expect everybody to complete mains circles and system of circles total, including numerical, by tomorrow. Half of the doubts I will clarify tomorrow, and the rest of the doubts I'll clarify Saturday. By Saturday, I want to close circles completely. That is the main part. Mains and IP. Today, do you have NRSS class in the evening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. From 4 we have.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
minus 6, 5 and 24y.
Minus 6 and 24. I wrote something wrong, you are saying?
You wrote minus 6x, it's minus 6y.
Oh, this is 6y. Okay, thank you. This is also 24y. Okay. X square to the y square minus 6y equal to 0. X square to the y square plus 24. Lastly. Yes.
Sir, at what time is the test on Sunday?
Sunday, I'll give some time between 9 to 12. Any 1 hour you can write like that.
Yes.
Only 1 hour, 30 questions. Single answer. Only maths, no physics, chemistry.
So 30 questions you have to attempt at 25.
You have to attempt 30. Okay, I'll see if I can change the time. Maybe more than 1 hour. You want another 10 minutes? I'll check and tell you. But time fixed. But 30 questions are given. Single answer.
In class plus app, sir.
I'll let you know.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm erasing this. Let's do 15th one. Okay, 15th one, basically the question is the two circles are intersecting at 2 points. They're looking for a circle passing through those two and touching a particular line. This is x square plus y square equal to 4. This is x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y plus 4 equal to 0. And there's a particular line 2x plus y equal to 0. Okay, so they gave two circles, they're intersecting at these 2 points. Passing through them, let us say by touching a particular line, okay, they want a circle like this. Anybody want to give any idea how to do this?
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, we can find the equation of a circle passing through those two points, no, sir.
How?
S plus lambda s equals to 0.
S plus lambda s dash you want to use?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. How to find lambda?
And then distance from the origin is
Not from origin, from the center.
distance from the center of the circle to the line is radius, sir.
Yes, correct. Any circle passing through these two will be in the form of s plus lambda s dash. You can take this circle plus lambda times this circle, or this circle plus lambda times this circle, or you can subtract these two, you'll get a line, and you can use s plus lambda l. S plus lambda l is better than s plus lambda s dash, because if I use s plus lambda s dash, my coefficient of x square will be 1 plus lambda. Coefficient of y square will be 1 plus lambda. So I have to divide with 1 plus lambda to find the center and radius. It will be little complicated. It doesn't come so nice. So even though theoretically nothing wrong, you can take s plus lambda s dash, but for doing s plus lambda l is more convenient, because x square y square coefficients are 1 here. Okay, and in general, two answers will come for this question. Why? If I give you 2 points and a line passing through these two and touching this, one circle will be like this, and there will be a huge circle like this also. Okay, there will be 2 answers. But in this particular question, you will get only 1 answer, not 2 answers. Anybody want to comment why?
Line is parallel to the.
Yes, excellent. Here, when I subtract these two, the line that you got, radical axis or common chord, is parallel to this. If I give 2 points and a line like this parallel to it, then there is a unique circle like this. If it is not parallel, then this side 1 and this side 1, 2 will be there. So here there will be only 1 answer. So even though it is more than one other question, there is no chance to get 2 answers or more, only 1 answer. Okay, first of all, what is L? S minus S dash equal to 0. So if I subtract x square plus y square minus 4 minus x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y plus 4 equal to 0. X square will cancel, y square will cancel, we'll get 4x plus 2y equal to 0. No, 4x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0. Okay, so now any circle, I'll give the names P and Q. Yeah. Any circle through points of intersection P and Q will be in the form of S plus lambda L equal to 0. So x square plus y square minus lambda plus lambda times 4x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0. If I wanted, I would have divided with 2 or something, but let it be. So x square plus y square plus 4 lambda x plus 2 lambda y minus 4 minus 8 lambda equal to 0. This circle should touch this line. So from the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. So center minus 2 lambda minus lambda. Radius root over 4 lambda square plus lambda square plus 4 plus 8 lambda. Root over 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda plus 4. Okay, now from center perpendicular distance to above line is equal to radius. Okay, what is the center distance? 2 into minus 2 lambda plus minus lambda by root over 2 square plus 1 square equal to root over 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda plus 4. Send this one here, square it. This is 5 lambda. I can even write root 5 lambda here. Square root of 5 lambda, not square root of, root 5 lambda. Root 5 lambda equal to square root of 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda plus 4. If I square it, 5 lambda square equal to 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda plus 4. You can see lambda square got cancelled. Okay, just try to complete the last part and you can even try the next question. Okay, sorry for some disturbance. Okay, so here 5 lambda square got cancelled. We got 8 lambda plus 4 equal to 0, lambda equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, so put that lambda back, we'll get the answer. All of you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after putting lambda here, we will get x square plus y square minus 4. Because of this minus 1 by 2 here, I'll get to minus 2x minus y plus 4 equal to 0. This answer. For those who completed, you can try 17th question. Here minus 4 plus 4 will cancel. X plus y square minus 6 minus 4. Okay, anybody still any doubt regarding 15th question?
Sir,
Yes, please.
once explain again.
What we done is very simple. Question is, there are two circles, they have two common points. They want a circle passing through these two common points and also touching this line. We subtracted these two, we got this line. Any line passing through these 2 points will be in the form of s plus lambda L equal to 0. Whatever lambda you take, it will always pass through these two. Then how to find lambda? This circle should touch so and so line. For a circle to touch a line from the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. So for this s plus lambda L, this is the center, this is the radius. From the center, the perpendicular distance equal to radius. Then solve it to got lambda, put that lambda back here, we'll get the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 17, he did not say whether they want direct common tangent or transverse common tangent. So let us find both. One of them may be there or one of them may not exist. X square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y plus 4 equal to 0. X square plus y square plus 4x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, here center is 2 comma 1 C1 and radius is root over 4 plus 1 minus 4. It will be 1. Here C2 is minus 2 comma minus 1 and radius is 4 plus 1 plus 4, C3. And C1, C2 is root over 4 square plus 2 square, root 20. That is obviously greater than R1 plus R2. So there is direct common also, transverse also. I think more than one other question, both options are there. So they say D. So we have length of direct common tangent is root over d square minus r1 minus r2 whole square. That is 20 minus 3 minus 1 whole square. 20 minus 4, 16, 4. And length of transverse common tangent d square minus r1 plus r2 whole square. That is 20 square minus 3 plus 1 whole square. 20 minus, so that is root 4, which is this is directly formula, nothing great. One of them is 4, one of them is 2. Okay, everybody completed 17, just directly formula application. 19th question, there is a line y equal to x and there is a line y equal to minus x. They are looking for a circle which makes an intercept of root 2 on this line and on this line. You will pass the origin that they mention. They have to mention, otherwise it will be different. Passing through origin, yes. So it should pass through origin and make an intercept of root 2 here, root 2 here. Because this angle is 90, these points of intersection, these two and join, it should be diameter. And if this is root 2, this is root 2, this low length will be 2. And this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, half of that, this is also 1 unit. You can easily see, because 1 unit above, the center should be 0, 1 and the radius should be 1. Of course, you don't have to have circle here, you can have down, You can have right, you can have left. There will be total 4 answers here. One is this one, one is this one is this one is this one. If you go 1 unit above, center is 0, 1, 1 unit right, 1, 0, 1 unit left, -1, 0, 1 unit down, 0, -1. So these are the 4 circles. And you can get the equations. This is x square plus y square minus 2y equal to 0. This is x square plus y square plus 2y equal to 0. This is x square plus y square minus 2x equal to 0. This is x square plus y square plus 2x equal to 0. Is it okay? 19th one?
Yes. Okay, I'm erasing this whole thing. Okay, 21. Okay, see, there are some questions which are quite routine. Okay, that means when you do enough questions, you'll find more of the other questions that you have seen are very close to one of them. Maybe you have to do the calculations, but there are some questions which are very, very specific. They may not come regularly. Once in a while, they may come. Okay, there is no need to separately prepare. And that question on the spot, you should get some idea. Okay, so this question 21, I removed from the share screen, but I'll explain to you. The circles part is very less here, not very big deal. It's a very simple question. But what they asked is, They are looking for three natural numbers such that 1 by 1 natural number plus 1 by 1 natural number should be 1 by another natural number. And this should not have any common factor. For example, I think I can write 1 by 3 plus 1 by 12 is 1 by 4. Is it right? No. One by 6. What is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6? It is 1 by 2. Sometimes you may find questions like this that 1 by 2 is equal to some 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 plus some 1 by 30. Or you may find 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 30. Something like this. Has anybody seen some question like this where you have sum of many reciprocals of natural numbers, but finally there will be reciprocal of one natural number? You might have seen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sometimes there will be a long series, 20 terms, 30 terms. Answer is finally very simple. And I think how to get an idea that, so many fractions, but when you add it becomes such a simple fraction, and that too reciprocal of natural number, not some other rational number like p by q. Okay. Anyone want to guess something about this? How to write such things? How to make questions like this? Not how to solve. If I give a question, you just take LCM of all the denominators, simplify, answer will come. But how can you make your own question? And you want to make lots of questions just like that. Anybody want to give an idea? First of all, is this right? And I take 30 LCM, 3 10s, 5 6, 31s. This is not right, right?
Sir, once repeat the question, sir, what you asked.
Okay, I'll write some results and then I'll ask. Let me check whether this is correct or not. What is the LCM of these things? 60, 5 12s, 23s, 12 5s, which is 15, 20 by this right. Okay. Sometimes you may find questions like this, that they choose some natural numbers, some of their reciprocals is a particular reciprocal of a natural number. You might have seen, give a question like this, and when you simplify, this will come. They'll give a question like this, simplify, this will come. They'll give a question like this, simplify, this will come. You how to do is simply take LCM of all the denominators and then simplify, your answer will come. Now the question is about, you want to give an idea how to make this kind of questions.
Sir, can I?
Yes, please.
So, for example, take that 1 by 3 and multiply the numerator and denominator with a number and then split it. For example, in the second case, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12, multiply both numerator and denominator with 4 and write it as 3 by 4 plus, 3 by 4 and 3 by 12 and 1 by 12. Then it will come as 1 by 4 and 1 by.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Okay. So instead of 4 and 12, you want to tell me in general what is that result in terms of x or n or some k? Okay. Anyway, what a coincidence. Today partial fraction started. So let me ask the question: partial fractions. 1 by x into x plus 1 According to your partial fractions, what should I write?
A by
A by x plus b by x plus 1.
A by x plus b by x plus 1. Okay. Can you find a and b and tell me what will come?
X is equal to 0, sir.
You can tell me a and b values. You do whatever you want.
So A is 1, B is minus 1.
Yes. In fact, you don't need a heavy partial fractions actually. This one you can write difference of these two things. X plus 1 minus x by x into x plus 1. Take this by this separate, this by this separate. We'll get 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 1. Or even according to your partial fractions, do cross multiplication, equate the numerators, compare the coefficients, or put x equal to 0, you'll get a value, put x equal to minus 1, you'll get b value. Okay. So you'll get this. So 1 by x into x plus 1 is this. This 1 by x plus 1 you bring this side. You'll get 1 by x plus 1 is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by x into x plus 1. Okay. This is a standard result that we use, okay, to create all these type of questions. For example, I took x equal to 3, then x equal to 2. This, sorry, what did I write here? Is it right? What I wrote first of all? This is wrong, right? This should be 3 and this should be 2. Am I correct? Wait, no, something wrong. Wait. I want 2 here, so it will be 1 by. If I want 2 there, x should be 1. Then 1 plus 1. Wrong there.
Sir, originally you wrote correct.
Yeah. This is x and this x plus 1. Yeah. So when it is 2, this is 3, this is good. Yeah. So this is our. I took x equal to 2, I got this. I took x equal to 3, I got this. Okay. Anybody want to tell how did I make this question?
Sir, I found a pattern, sir.
What
Sir,
is that?
in the denominator, in the third example, 1 by 3 equals to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 12. If you see the denominator, 5 divided by 20 will get 4, sir. 4 divided by 12 will get 3, sir. Similarly, in fourth example also, I found the same pattern.
Okay, of course, I can change the order. It's okay. But anybody want to give an idea? These two I understood based on this formula. How did I make this?
Sir, we will take 1 by 4 as x.
Yes, for 1 by 4, I just wrote this, right? From here to here, what I have done?
You take 5 as.
Yeah, for 1 by 5, I wrote this using this formula, right? So like this you can make now. I think for this use the formula, for this use the formula. You can write sum of some 20 things which are all reciprocals of natural numbers. It will be 1 by single natural numbers. You can make questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So one thing is solving the question. Another thing is understanding how the question is made, and so that it gives a better confidence and you can make your own question. All right. But one may say, is this the only way, or are there some other ways? Okay. So there may be some other ways, but especially they said in the question that this and this should not have any common factors. Okay. For that, this is the only way. There is no other way. Okay. We will have to prove that. I can just use this and finish up the whole thing. Okay. But I want to tell that this is the only way. There is no other way. Let us look at the question. How much time we have? Okay. One by A plus 1 by B is equal to 1 by C. The greatest common divisor of A and B should be 1. A and C should not have any common factor other than 1. The equation circle with center A comma B and what is the radius. Okay, right. Okay. Obviously, I think, can I say A and B both should be greater than C? Is it right? If any one of them is less than C, the reciprocal of that will be more than that. It can't be equal. So, sum of two positive numbers is this. I can say 1 by A should be less than 1 by C and 1 by B should be less than 1 by C. So, C should be less than A and C should be less than B. So A is bigger than C, B is bigger than C. They should not have any common factor for A and C other than 1. Okay. Now how to prove? Basically, what I want to prove is the difference of these two must be 1. 1 by B is equal to 1 by C minus 1 by A, 1 by B equal to A minus C by AC. Can A minus C and A can A minus C be cancelled with A? Is it possible? Because here 1 is there. That means this is some number which has to be which should be cancelled by A or C or part of A or part of C. Can A minus C and A they have any common factor? No, right? Because if A minus C and A have some common factor, means what? I can write A minus C is equal to some, let us say the common factor is some L lambda. I should be able to write some L mu. L is the common divisor of this. Then A and C themselves have a common factor. Why? If you subtract these two, what happens? C will come some L into lambda minus mu. That means A and C have L common factor. Am I correct or no? Okay. So A minus C or its part should never divide A. Similarly, should never divide C also. Okay, then if it is not getting cancelled with here or here, then but still I want to numerator 1 only. I don't want anything else. So what should happen?
A minus C should be 1.
Yes. So first of all, A minus C should be positive because this is positive. This should be positive. So A minus C should be positive. Right? No doubt. Yeah. Anyway, we already proved A greater than C, so A minus C is positive. That's okay. But anyway, what I'm saying is A minus C doesn't have any common factor with A or with C. With A or with C should not have a common factor. Because if they have common factor, then A and C will have common factor. Okay, so A minus C must be 1. Thus it is done. If A minus C is 1, A must be C plus 1. Once you got A C plus 1, I think the whole story is over now. You can find B from here. 1 by B equal to what is A? C plus 1. This is C. A is C plus 1 and this is C, which is 1 by C into C plus 1. So we proved B is equal to C into C plus 1. So they must be in this form only. That's what we got in total. So finally the result is 1 by C is equal to 1 by C plus 1 plus 1 by C into C plus 1. Okay, so one thing is, understanding those standard results that in terms of natural numbers. Another thing is that it comes from this formula. And one more thing to prove is, this is the only formula. There is no other formula like this for reciprocal of natural numbers like this, provided A and C doesn't have a common factor. Okay, so now you simply take C equal to 2. What happens? When you take C equal to 2, you'll get 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. Take C equal to 3, you'll get 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12. Take C equal to 4, you'll get 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 20. Take C equal to 5. I think I can take C equal to 1. Do I have 1? I don't have. So I have 30. So if I take C equal to 5, I have 1 by 5 is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 30. So that will give us that A and B are our center and C is the radius every time. We can find all the answers. So you can see here the circles part is nothing. What is there? Center and radius is there. You want to find circle. So it is in one sense not a circles question, but you should know some other result like this. Okay. So that's when you go to compared to MSET or mains, sometimes advanced material, you will have questions like this. where you should have more maturity. All right. So I would have, so without telling all this, I would have said this is a general result and use this, would have got finished it. But okay. So please copy these things and understand you've got 4 pairs. A is 3, B is 6, C is 2, A is 4, B is 12, C is 3. Every time you take this as the center, this as the radius, you'll get 4 answers. Okay, so x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square equal to 2 square. Here x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 12 whole square equal to 3 square. Here x minus 5 whole square, y minus 20 whole square equal to 4 square. Here x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 30 whole square equal to 5 square. Yeah, you expand them, answer will. So those you completed, you can try 23. All the circles you expand, you'll get the 4 answers. Okay, those who completed can do 23. Oh, we have only 2 more. As well complete. Doesn't take much time. We'll finish 23, 25, 5 to 10 minutes and we'll stop. Okay, I want to erase this 21. Anybody needs more time? Okay, 23. What is this circle? X square plus y square minus 2rx minus 2hy plus h square equal to 0. From origin, you have drawn two tangents. What are they? So this is a very simple question. From an external point, you want to draw two tangents. What are they? But this is a specific question where we can do some other methods apart from s1 square equal to s into s11. Here the circle is specific where it is touching y-axis. Y center is r comma h and radius is r. You can see f square equal to c. G square equal to c means touching x-axis. F square equal to c means touches y-axis. So y-axis is already one tangent. Apart from that, from the center, perpendicular is equal to radius. From the center perpendicular to y-axis. Okay, so method 1, simply use s1 square equal to s into s11. You want to combine tangents from origin. What is s1 means? X into 0 plus y into 0 minus rx minus r into 0 minus hy minus h into 0 plus h square, s1 square. S into s11, the circle as it is, x square plus y square minus 2rx minus 2hy plus h square. S11 is putting origin, you get 0 plus 0, all that, which is simply h square. Okay, this is 0, this is 0. We are left with this rx, hy and h square. Now expand it, r square x square, h square y square plus h power 4 plus 2 into this is 2 rhxy. This into this minus 2h cube y. This into this minus 2h square rx. Here when I multiply with this h square y square minus 2rh square x minus 2h cube y plus h power 4. You can see a lot of times got cancelled. H power 4 got cancelled, minus 2h cube y minus 2 h square rx, even h square y square got cancelled. That's it, we are left with only 3 terms. In all of them, I can take x common. So when I bring this side, r square minus h square into x square plus 2rhxy equal to 0. So when I take x common, we'll get r square minus h square into x. And here 2rhy equal to 0. So we got two lines. Now when you do s1 square to s into s11, you get combined equation of the tangents from an external point. Normally finding separate lines will take some time, but here it's very easy. Already they got factorized. So we got x equal to 0 and r square minus h square x plus 2rhy equal to 0. Okay, this is a formula. So just from the formula. Method 2, you can do it from the figure. One is y-axis, obviously, so x equal to 0. How to find this line from the figure is that this is theta, this is r, and this height is h. This is also theta. Then this is 180 minus 2 theta. So this line tangent we know. If you want to know this tangent, you have to know so tan 180 minus theta is the slope. So another answer will be y equal to tan 180 minus 2 theta into x. Let us see how to find the tan 180 minus theta from the figure. So slope is equal to tan 180 minus 2 theta, which is minus 2 tan theta. Minus tan 2 theta, sorry. Minus tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. In the place of tan theta, y can substitute r by h. So here tan theta is r by h. And I substitute that here, we got the slope. So this is minus of 2 into r by h by 1 minus r by h whole square. Can you see here? Yes. Okay. So we wanted anyway here r square minus h square. Okay. So this is 2rh by r square minus h square. It's just like I got actually h square minus r square because of minus it became this, and I'll get a minus. Second quadrant, I'm on h square minus 9. So this is 90 minus 2 theta, that's a mistake. Okay. This is 90 minus 2 theta, sorry about that. So m is equal to tan 90 minus 2 theta, which is cot 2 theta. Which is minus cot plus cot 2 theta, which is 1 minus tan square theta by 2 tan theta, reciprocal of tan theta formula, 1 minus r by h whole square by 2 r by h, which is h square minus r square by 2 r h. Okay, so if I substitute here, this will become y equal to h square minus r square by 2rh into x. Okay, so this one tangent, this one tangent. Somebody can take any line passing the origin as y equal to mx. From the center, you apply perpendicular equal to radius also, you will get it. I'm not writing that. I think I can discuss 25 also, it will take time. So we'll stop with this. Okay. So those who completed 23rd, you can leave. 25 will discuss tomorrow. Anybody any doubts in this 23rd?
The second method.
What? Second method. Okay. From the figure, this line is y-axis tangent already because from the center perpendicular equal to radius already matching with that. It is f square equal to c. Here f square equal to c means touching y-axis. Other than this tangent, how to find the other tangent means you have to find the slope only, it's passing the origin. If this angle is theta, this angle is theta, this 90 minus theta, slope will be tan 90 minus theta, cot 2 theta. Cot 2 theta is 1 by tan 2 theta. Tan 2 theta formula is this one. What is tan theta from the figure? R by h is substituted. We got the slope. If you know it is passing the origin and no slope, you can find the line equation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more method I did not say, you can do it yourself. Let the tangent be y equal to mx and apply from the center perpendicular equal to radius, you'll get m value, put that m value back. You're supposed to get 2 m values. If you're not getting 1 m value means I said it is always vertical tangent. Okay, if you complete what is there on the board, you can leave.